again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my October TBR. I honestly love the month of October. October is my birthday month. I turned 22 on the 16th, and I just love October. So let's go ahead and get started with this TBR. One of the first books I plan on reading this month is These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling, and we basically follow a girl named Hannah, and she is an elemental witch. She lives in Salem, Massachusetts, but her magic is a secret. She is not allowed to tell them to people who are just regs, aka a non-witch. So she spends most of the time avoiding her ex-girlfriend, who is a fellow elemental witch, and just hanging out with her best friend and working at Fly by Night Cauldron, selling candles and crystals to tourists, scouts, and local Wiccans. When a dark magic begins to appear all over Salem, Hannah believes it's the magic of a deadly blood witch, but her coven doesn't believe her, so she enlists the help of her ex-girlfriend, and she meets a girl named Morgan, who's a new ballerina in town. And this is basically just following like them of that. This is on my fall TBR, which links around the eye, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And the second book is already out, so yeah, hopefully I will enjoy this. The next book I plan on reading is Hoarded by Katrina Leno. This came in, I believe, September or October of last year. I'll leave that somewhere on the eye. And we are following a girl named Jane, and after the death of her father, her and her mother moved back to her mother's old home in Maine. And as the cold New England autumn arrives and Jane settles into her new home, she finds solace in the memories of her dad, old books. She begins making friends, but Jane is also facing bullying from the resident bad seed, and she struggles to tamp down her own worst nature in response. When Jane discovers a secret room that her mom told her to ignore, she said it was like a storage room. She finds that it's a little girl's bedroom left untouched for years and night as quite empty as they believe. So this is another like Halloween-y book that I want to try to get to, and hopefully I will enjoy it because it's been on my bookshelves for like a year. I then plan on reading Fairy Tale Volume 8 by Hiro Mashima. This is the current one I'm reading. And in this one, we are supposed to meet a dragon slayer named Gabriel who can shoot huge iron pillars from his body. Him and Natsu, I guess, are gonna fight, and they, of course, because of the Phantom Lord, they're still fighting from what happened in Volume 8. I just love these so much. I want to like see if this is like an actual show because the way that the stuff be happening in here, it'll be a good STD show in my opinion, but I'm looking forward to this. I then want to read Lumberjanes Volume 19, A Summer to Remember. And in this one, it's the end of the summer is almost happening. Joe, Mal, Molly, April, and Ripley decided to go on one last adventure, each finishing up their summer to-do list with a bang. For April, that's getting her very last Lumberjanes badge for the most perfect completed sash. Joe and Ripley head into a vortex and over to the land of lost things for one last farewell with Ripley's dinosaur bestie, Jonesy, and Mal and Molly. They mostly want to just spend a little bit more time together. I honestly love the Lumberjane series. It's one of my favorite series, and I'm kind of sad to think that they're gonna wrap this up, but I love it, and I will constantly reread it because I want to own all of them. For my middle grade this month, I plan on reading Sal and Gabby Break the Universe by Carlos Hernandez. And in this one, we meet Salvador, and he meets Gabriel for the first time in the principal's office. Gabby is there to for her best friend who was just in a fight with Sal. She is determined to prove that Sal planted a raw chicken in Yasmini's locker, even though nobody saw him do it, and the blood poetry has since mysteriously disappeared. Sal prides himself on being the excellent magician, but for the sleight of hand, he relied on a talent no one could guess, except maybe Gabby, whose sharp eyes never miss a trick. When Gabby learns that he's capable of conjuring things much bigger than a chicken, including his dead mother, and she takes it all in stride, Sal knows that she's someone he can work with. And there's one thing, their manipulation of time and space could put the entire universe at risk. There's 2 books out. I believe in this already. A lot of people enjoy it. It's one of like Rick Riordan Presents. Hopefully this does with Spanish mythology. I pray. So I hope I enjoy this. And then lastly, I kind of want to read Sorcery of Kings by Margaret Rogerson. This follows a girl named Elizabeth, and all sorceries are evil. Elizabeth has known that as long as she has found anything. Raised as a foundling in one of Ostermere's great libraries, Elizabeth has grown up among the tools of sorcery, magical grimoires that whisper on the shelves and rattle beneath their iron chains. If provoked, they transform into monsters of ink and leather. She hopes to become a warden charged with protecting the kingdom from their power. There's an active sabotage releases the library's most dangerous grimoire. Elizabeth's desperate intervention implicates her in the crime, and she's torn from her home to face justice in the capital. With no one to turn to but her sworn enemy, the sorcerer Nathaniel Thorne, and his mysteriously demonic servant, she finds herself entangled in a centuries-old conspiracy. Not only the great library could go up in flames, but the world along with them. So yeah, a lot of people enjoy Margaret Rogerson's books. I pray I am one of them, because it seems interesting, and it's a pretty thick book. It's like 430 pages. But those are all the books I plan on reading in the month of October. I did pretty good, I think, with my September TBR. But I'll be leaving her on the side of me 2 videos I feel you guys should go check out. I try to post twice a week. And hopefully I will see you guys very soon with either a book haul or an unboxing. Bye, guys.